I think we're live. Okay,
Hooray!
I think this is working. Kiki, oh
Kiki's
goodness.
been she is so cooped up. She's so used to going for daily hikes, and we haven't been able to do that. Well, if you're joining in, welcome and thanks for joining in. We are on the road.
Well, we're in a parking lot right now.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
we're
so
not actually driving right now.
no, but we have been driving the last. I guess it's only been 2 days,
It
two full
feels,
days.
Texas is big.
Texas is big, but anyway, in case you don't happen to know, I'm Chris.
I'm Cherie.
That's Kiki up there being
She'll probably
mischievous.
be
She'll
bouncing
be coming
through.
through. And we are Technomadia, and you're watching our channel, hopefully. And we're doing just kind of a quick live update on YouTube because we've been in so much motion that we haven't been able to produce anything. And we wanted to give kind of an update on what's up with us, where we're at, and hey, we've been convoying with bus and van across. Oh, yeah, here, Cherie's going to demonstrate convoying.
I had a whole bunch of nice footage put together. I've been shooting as we've been going. I thought I'd do a nice little video loop, but then I forgot my laptop. Final Cut Pro isn't working right,
And
and
it's just not worth doing the
yeah,
troubleshooting tonight. We're just going to go live and have some wine and hang out and just say hi and share what's up with us. Because, I don't know, when's the last time we did an update?
oh, probably just before the TV show premiere.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we had a TV show premiere. That's like 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks
now.
ago. God, yeah, we've been busy.
We have been. Life has been crazy. It's been full of awesome and wonderful stuff. Lots of dear time with family and friends. We've got stuff up with family as well that has been kind of keeping us a little more schedule oriented than we prefer.
Yeah, so we managed to do Thanksgiving with Cherie's mom in Austin and her brother, who is where he lives, and so we had some family time for Thanksgiving, which was great. And then we've been kind of on the fence of do we extend in Fredericksburg longer or do we try to get out to our place in Benson? Because our original plan had been to spend a week or two crossing Texas. And
I would have loved to go back to McDonald Observatory, maybe even go down to Big Bend National Park, places we've not been.
there's a lot of stuff to see here. And Texas is beautiful. It's big, but West Texas is really beautiful. I kind of like that as you transition from east to west and desert comes up. But we've got some stuff up with my family, and I might have to do a
Quick trip.
to St. Louis, and we're like, do we stay in Benson, so we are based to fly or drive there in the van, or do we stay in Austin area, or do we just try to get across country as quick as we can so that we'll be in Benson if this comes up? And so we decided let's just do the quick trip, and we were dreading it a little bit, but it actually has been really pleasant. We're normally kind of people who like to do a 100-mile day as long, 150-mile day as long, but we've been blowing through Texas, and it's been good.
Yes. So, as you might know, we have a bus conversion, and we just got that out of storage in Austin after a year and a half.
Yeah, and it was a bit mysterious. Like, is there going to be any issues that show up? Because it hasn't been driven much. Well, it hasn't been driven at all in a year and a half, and we just had
And
a
we
service.
also have a van conversion. Well,
that bus van.
this isn't really accurate to scale. This is actually salt and pepper shakers of our bus. So the van is not flat towable behind the bus or any vehicle at all.
And our bus is never a bus is a passenger bus. It was not designed. It doesn't have a frame to tow. So when it was towing the Mini Cooper, that was about as much as it could tow. So we knew we would be convoying, and there was a concern with that because Cherie hasn't driven much in.
I don't like driving, but we did some upgrades to the van while we were in Austin. We put on sumo springs and new tires, and the van now drives like a dream. And it has made it so much more comfortable for me to drive. It feels less like a van, more like a nice truck or a nice car. And doing 300-mile days, each of us solo. You doing the bus, me doing the van, has been working out incredibly well.
Yeah, so before we got to Texas, Cherie was like, I'm not sure I'm going to be up for driving the van by myself. And now she's like, I love it. It's great. and I, I'm not used to driving the bus by myself. I've done a few. I guess I've done like
Short
from Oregon to. There've been some trips I've done solo with the bus before, but it's also not having somebody to, because when the bus is a very hands-on thing. You really don't take a hand off the steering wheel pretty much at all, and you can't know what's going on. You hear something slide or crash, or you just need to clean your glasses or something, and you don't have those extra hands. So I'm used to having, hey Cherie, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you look this up? But
And Kiki's not so useful at that stuff.
no. So Kiki, do you want to talk about what your experience has been?
She's kind of in crazy land right now. It's been interesting convoying.
And better than we both had all these fears about it, but it was actually been great.
so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're in Fredericksburg for a month. We're there primarily for the RV Entrepreneur Summit, or meetup. And then when stuff came up with his family, we decided to just do a monthly spot there so we could have a base camp in which to travel from. That event did not happen. Still has not happened yet. So we're using this opportunity to get out to our lot in Benson, Arizona. We have a leaseholder spot at the Escapees Saguaro Park there that we have not been to yet.
Since
we bought
since
over
we
a year
got the
ago.
lease. So yeah, so oh, here. Now you want to give your experience.
So,
she chose to ride in the bus. We gave her a choice. And she said she wants to ride in the bus because there's more places to lounge. And it probably doesn't shake and bounce around as much because the bus is on air suspension.
Yes, whereas the van is not.
Yes, the van rattles.
So I've been missing the cat. And yeah, the bad thing with the long driving days is she doesn't have time to get out and explore. And she loves some time on her leash outside every single day. But tomorrow we get to your new lot and you can go outside and play.
You get to meet all your new lizard neighbors. Yes.
Yeah, so we just got out of Texas today. We left on, what day is it? We left Saturday morning.
Yes. Got up early Saturday, drove from Fredericksburg to our first night was...
There's a rest stop just outside of Fort Stockton. It's brand new. It's a Pecos County rest stop.
Relatively brand new.
Yeah, well, it looks brand new.
Yeah, oh my God. This has got to be one of the nicest rest stops anywhere, period. It's amazing.
Well, not anywhere, but it's
pretty
up
freaking
there.
Nice, yeah.
But it's just about 20 miles west of Fort Stockton, and all the rest stops along I-10 are usually just these pull-offs, and you've got one road going through, and everyone's parked on the side.
Yeah, the bathhouses are a lot of them are actually open air. You've got like a roof over the stalls, and then open air outside. You know, it's like super primitive rest stops.
And they're crowded, and they're right next to the interstate. So we weren't really looking forward to overnighting at a rest stop in Texas. Now, if you don't know, in Texas, you can stay overnight in rest stops, picnic areas, and things like that for 24 hours unless otherwise noted. So that's a cool thing about Texas because there's a lot of road in Texas.
Yes.
So we got to this one in Pecos County. It was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we really could have gotten another hour or two driving in.
But the winds were picking up, and it was supposed to be a really gusty, windy afternoon. The next day it was looking beautiful, and we're like pulling this rest stop, and we're like, okay, maybe we shouldn't get another hour and a half. We should just enjoy this place because it's a rest stop that actually has 2 nature trails, a museum, an interactive video exhibit, all this art and architecture all set up there. And I'm like, okay, let's just chill here.
Right. In the parking lot, they have a huge area for trucks to come in, so they can just pull through spots.
And dedicated RV area, too.
A dedicated RV area, so you don't have to be parked right next to the trucks. And you don't feel like you're taking up valuable truck space. Yes. Because, those guys and gals are... they have to rest.
They're working, so
they're working, and you definitely want to make sure they have space. But there's not a lot of space to stop in West Texas.
Yeah, so we had
or trucks.
So we had a super pleasant night at this. What county was it? Pecos County rest area. And then today, I guess it's been a long day. We got up early again today and did the drive across the rest of Texas, got through El Paso, which is always a bit nerve-wracking because it's a lot of traffic, a lot of, this lane ends, merge here, merge there.
Especially after a day and a half of just wide open roads and no traffic.
Yeah, but and there's no easy way to route around El Paso, so that it's kind of a funnel. You're just a geographic funnel that you have to go through the pass, El Paso. But we got through there just fine and managed to track down cheap fuel. And now we're in New Mexico. We came to Deming, New Mexico, which is one of our long-time favorite Harvest Host stops.
Yep. So we at a winery. So, and we have just about 170 miles to complete our convoy tomorrow when we arrive to our lot in Benson.
And the bus has been driving great. I've been so pleased with it. It just purrs. And we've been cruising at 65 to 70 miles an hour, which I think maybe
than I like.
I think maybe the new tires actually, because the bus 65 was rare, and out on I-10 at least. 65 is just a natural sweet spot for the bus. It was cruising along. I mean, the speed limit's 80, so I'm still getting past, but it was just purring along 65 to 70 and running great. Fingers crossed it stays that way.
Yep, a little bit more to go. And then the bus will be mostly stationary in Arizona from here on out. We'll probably do some desert boondocking around, but, the bus probably won't be going much further than maybe like Quartzsite from here on out.
Potential Quartzsite plants and stuff.
And then, the van will be what we'll be using to get between Arizona and wherever our boat is along the East Coast for the season when we decide to store each season. So it should be an interesting. It feels really good to be on the final logistical things coming together to have these long-term plans that we've had for 3 years of having this bus and
This lot
boat
in Benson.
in this
Yeah.
combination, and actually having it finally come together, getting
Yeah.
time back on land in the RVs.
And all of our fears about, like, is the van going cross country going to be unpleasant? Is the bus going to be something we still want? It's all been like just clicking. It's like, oh yeah, this is great, and it's actually we're both enjoying traveling separately in the convoy style.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's like you're like a solo person on the road in the evening. You've got your hookup.
I get to listen to pick my own podcast. This is great, and sing along loud and obnoxiously to music. So
I can hear you, back there.
not over the engine. I know that. So we've been having fun on this trip that we were kind of dreading, because we don't like to condense so much travel into such a short period of time, but we're actually enjoying it, mixing it up like
It's
this.
been good. I don't think I want to do this all the time.
No,
But
I do like to have long stays still.
But it is really nice to knock out all of these miles and then know that once we're there, and we can just focus on life
Yes.
again.
Yes. And getting caught up on work projects.
Yes, we have a
bus
video.
projects and
Yes, we have
van
a-
projects. There's always
Oh,
projects.
yes, there's lots of projects still. The bus has
And
still.
remotely managing the boat projects.
Are you gonna like?
There's so many projects.
So yes, the bus has some still lingering things from storage to sort out. The lithium batteries are dead, so we are working with Battleborn to get some new ones in.
Yeah, we're running off of. I've bridged in the house batteries to work. The chassis battery to work as our temporary house battery, which means we have to be very power miserly. Otherwise, we can't start the engine in the morning.
So we will be shutting this video pretty short. We're not going to hang out as long as we usually do because these lights are costing us potentially not starting the engine in the morning. So it is also supposed to get down to 26 tonight. So we're very, very thankful for our hydronic
heating,
system
yes,
running off
which
propane.
is working wonderfully.
That came out of storage perfectly. Also, our front captain's chairs. Can I move this without destroying anything? I got seats on it or stuff on it.
The bus is a mess. We're in transit mode.
Yes, but you can see the chairs, the halo level leather on our flex steel chairs is failing.
Disintegrated in storage.
So we are actually working with Brad and Hall, who installed them back in 2014, and they're sending us new slip covers to put over that. So we've got to figure out how to change out slip covers on chairs. We have the lithium batteries to reinstall. And then we have to film a video course for our mobile internet resource center.
Yeah, we've got a lot of work ahead of us, which is for the other
I
side of
know,
our life, the channel. But
So I honestly do not know. Just remember, this Technomadia channel is all for fun. And the spare hours that we have for fun these days are they're harder and harder to come by, to have the spare energy, because that means we're working 40, 50-hour weeks, or more than that, and then wanting to sit more at the desk and produce videos is becoming harder and harder to talk myself into.
So that's why Cherie's like, let's just do a live this week and just turn on the camera, because there's no effort. And once we clicked end, the edit, there's no editing, and there's no stressing about it. It's just what it is, which is kind of fun.
Yep. And I did intend to have some video clips for you guys, but
They'll show up someday, maybe.
Yes, we'll see.
So did you want to have any of the wine here?
I think I'm already done for the day.
Okay.
I am so tired.
I think you've driven more miles in the past 2 days than you have in years. So.
Christine says, don't know how you do this and work. Yeah, I sometimes question our sanity in trying to keep up a personal blog, a personal YouTube, plus work, plus. Some days it's just too much. And at the end of the year, as the days get shorter with light, I think we go through a routine almost every year where at the end of the year, I think a lot of bloggers quit posting. You start to see holiday posts and year-end wrap-ups.
And less people are reading and watching stuff, so you feel like you put effort in and less people see it, and it's just kind of a year-end cycle that goes through. I did see somebody ask if the batteries that were failing were Battleborn batteries.
Yeah.
I want to correct. No, the batteries we have are original lithium batteries that were installed in our bus before Battleborn even existed. So yeah, these are very old school lithium.
Yes, remember we have one of the very first motorhome installation of lithium batteries that we did back in 2011. So they were already 8 years old. Our cat is eating.
The bags of the wine came in. We
Great.
just bought at the winery. Okay.
Goodness, cat. Okay, so this is fun. Here, watch the cat.
This is the sound that wakes us up in the middle of the night all too often.
Kiki, perform.
She's like, art project.
Oh, you're not going to show them how you tear up paper.
She is a writer. Top secret documents can go through her. Yeah.
Hey, Joe is tuning in from Epcot.
at Epcot. Oh goodness, Joe.
We're blessed to have dear friends who tune in from anywhere.
and we've run across friends and fans and stuff at basically every rest stop we pulled into. Somebody walk up and say hi. So it's been kind of fun. It's
Yes.
and yes.
Milo wants to know, is our door open? I certainly hope not.
Oh, yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah, so anyway, I am looking forward to getting to Benson tomorrow and being done with the big driving days.
Yep, and we get to be still, and then hopefully we might have to fly to St. Louis, but we'll figure that out. But yeah, we'll be in a good position to do that. The bus will be parked. We won't be the thing. We could have driven to St. Louis from Fredericksburg, but then we had to drive back to Fredericksburg and then immediately drive.
And we have this
so much driving.
We don't know when we're gonna have to go.
Exactly.
So that we've been in a holding pattern for almost 5 weeks.
Yes.
On when we need to go up there. So it'll be good to be back in another home base camp. So we will be wintering. The base camp will be Benson. Those of you who are longtime viewers know we would love to meet up with you, but please give us the opportunity to make time for you, which means please do email us and make a date with us to come if you want to meet up. Please don't just show up.
Yeah. If you see us at random chance, serendipity. We love serendipity. If you see us on the street, say hi. We love that. We met people today. It's like great, but don't hunt us down. Please don't try to find us and knock on our door.
Right.
Email us first.
Yes, remember we work full time. We sleep in. We have weird hours, and yes, we'd love to meet you, but please do the courtesy of letting us make time for you so that we can enjoy that time together.
Yes.
And if we do any meetups, we'll of course get that out there. Let's see. We have some questions about the RVers. Has it been renewed for a second season?
Yes.
Yes. So the Discovery Channel had already purchased season 2 before they even aired season 1. So that has been renewed, and I hear that the footage for the RVers is being submitted to PBS this week, so it should be coming live on PBS stations after the first of the year, and it is already up on most of the streaming services. I don't think Amazon is up yet, but it is on
Google and
Apple, and there was another one they got it up on, but
it's basically and people are holding out thinking that it'll be free on Amazon Prime, and Amazon Prime is only for shows that are free on Prime is only for shows that are exclusive to Amazon. So this will be just like almost all other TV shows on Amazon, where you can buy it just like you can on iTunes or can on Google Play, or if you watch it live on Discovery, it is free, assuming you have Discovery.
How is the boat? So the boat is in a boatyard and should have work on it starting. We're aiming to be back to it by end of February is kind of the general goal right now, and the boatyard is promising us that most of the project should be wrapped up by then, so we should be ready to cruise come March. Is kind of the general plan there. We are hoping to hit the Our Village Rally on the way back east.
Yes, so that's Our Village Rally in February.
Okay. I
Any
don't know how much.
screwed by.
See if there's any other questions that we can answer real quick. I don't want to leave the batteries.
We got plenty of battery, but we
I
do
know,
need
but
to be
I stress
conservative. That's the main thing is we have plenty of battery, but it's that stress of knowing that if somehow we run down the starting battery, we're kind of hosed in the morning. So you don't want to even begin to push it. So we're being extra miserly until we replace the house battery.
So Milo wanted to know how many batteries do we have. So the bus had 500 amp hours of lithium at 12 volt. The bus has,
the bus's starting batteries are 2 4Ds, so they're pretty big batteries. I mean, we've got a lot of capacity, but we need a lot of power to start a big 8V71.
Especially when it's getting under 26 degrees.
Yeah, when it's cold, it takes more power to start, but it's been starting up in an instant, which I like.
Well, and our propane hydronic system also preheats the engine for us, which really helps in the morning. So okay. If there's any other questions, last chance before we sign off for the evening. I think I'm about to collapse. And we're now a mountain time zone, which means it's only 6:30 here.
Because we're still mentally 7:30. We're in Central yesterday,
and we've been getting up at 7 in the morning and starting our driving days, which is
true.
Unusual for us. We're usually like maybe wake up around 8, linger around till 10.
But I guess this is our update from the road. The road is fun. The driving across the West is beautiful.
It really is. It's really cool to see the big wide open areas, the change to arid environments.
And I just love when you come out in these big kind of open valley vistas and you're seeing the next town and it's 40 miles away. I mean that's the sort of thing that just boggles your mind on the East Coast, because the next state is 40 miles away and you can't see more than a mile ahead tops. Out here in the West with these big valleys, you can see forever and it's just gorgeous.
Yes, Christine recommends we get some sleep and save the power. Yes,
Okay.
I think we're gonna get a good night's sleep tonight. And Scott would like to know, while convoying, how do you keep in touch with each other's CB radio? No, we do not have CB radio. You think you have it on the...
The bus has a CB, which we've
The
used
van does
three
not.
times in 8 years.
So we have dual SIM iPhones. So we have plans on both Verizon and AT&T. So that usually keeps us pretty well connected. We did have handheld radios, but the batteries seem to have died in storage, so they've been not useful on this trip. So we'll probably try to replace those. But this is the last of the convoy that we're going to be doing. Really.
For a while, yeah. But yeah, for the most part, convoying worked well, and communication is not a hard thing. We actually just tell Siri to send text messages back and forth because it's a little bit easier than calling sometimes, and or just say, hey Siri, call Cherie, and it's boom, voice activated call goes through.
Yeah, there's West Texas has a lot of dead zones for cellular connectivity, but that works pretty well.
Yeah.
We
Between Verizon and AT&T, handing off between the two of them,
and there's
we've done
not a
pretty
lot
good job
to
of
stay
staying
in touch
connected.
with. We're basically rest stops are positioned about every 70 to 80 miles, and we just plan to stop at every single one of them. We take a break, we go for a walk, and we plan what the next stop is. There's really not that much to stay in touch with.
Somebody asked if we have a monitor for our desk. Do you want to spin it around? And
Yes, so we have 2 monitors for our desk. Oh,
you're not spin your Cherie's. Yes, and those monitors are clamped down so that they stay and don't need to be taken down when we're underway. So
yes, and one of those attaches in the Travato, so when one of those will come back with us to the boat and become our workstation on the boat, and as well as the workstation in the Travato when we're transitioning between the two.
Yep. So it's really nice to have 2 proper monitors, and when I got the laptop under the monitor, you get a double screen effect and the double monitor effect, which is so useful for working. And
okay, I think
Cherie needs to go to bed.
Okay. Yes, I am so tired.
Yes, it's been a long day, but it's been a good day, and it's been exciting. It's been exciting to get out of Texas.
Yes. So thanks for joining in. Thanks for joining us for this
quick little update from the road.
So definitely appreciate it. We will talk with you next time.
Hey, see you.
Bye-bye.